Hello, Bella Vista. Welcome to a special In the Know program. Today, we're going to talk about the stump dump fire and the progress. Hello, Tom.
Good morning. How are you?
I am great, and I'm anxious to hear what you have to say.
Great.
You know, I think according to the contract with ADEQ, the fire's supposed to be out by June 14th. How are we doing?
We're doing really well.
Are we?
I'm very pleased to report we're doing very well. So there's no evidence in fire anymore, but we also, part of that, you have to make sure that there's no chance that it will relight. So we still have a few hot spots in the northwest corner that we're battling. According to the contractor, we hope to have those out the next day to 2 days. But only ADEQ can officially state that the fire is officially out. But we're really getting close, and we're very pleased.
That's like half the time.
Yeah,
I know.
they've been very rapid. They're doing great.
That's good. So I understand that ADEQ has actually recently visited the site.
Yeah, they visited on Thursday. We haven't gotten word back on how the visit went. They asked a lot of great questions with the contractors. It appeared to go well. But throughout the entire process, ADEQ has been a really good partner to work with. So.
Good deal. Okay, so let's go over the phases of the job again, just so that people can follow through.
So phase one is to put out the fire.
Right.
and to make sure that it won't relight and come back. So even if you can't see flames, you have to if there's hot spots, that could still cause a problem down the road. So phase one is getting out the fire and making sure it doesn't come back. Phase two is the remediation of the site, which would ultimately, in our previous videos, we've talked about, down the road having trees planted there and growth and everything to really make it look beautiful. So that's the whole phase two.
Okay. So do you think phase two will start soon?
Well, right now the challenge is that we're so far ahead of schedule. I think it's kind of surprised our contractors and surprised ADEQ that that's a positive thing that we're so far ahead of schedule. But we're also still getting ready to gear up for phase two. So that's going to come. We're going to work with ADEQ on that.
Okay. Okay. So why are the amenities closed? Can we remind people about that?
Well, we're doing it out of an abundance of caution. We're still doing trench burning, so even when the fire is fully out, we're still going to be doing some trench burning. And we want to be very careful. It's really hard to predict air quality, so we would rather take a very cautious route and say it's going to be unhealthful because the official tests take a couple days. So we don't want to be in a situation where, 4 days ago, the air quality was bad. We would rather our residents take a very cautious approach until it's fully, all the smoke is completely gone.
That makes perfect sense to me. I noticed you've been doing a lot of drone footage.
Yeah, so we got a great guy in marketing that's taking the drone footage. And we started where we were just doing it maybe once a week, but I received a comment from a resident, and they suggested that we should do it more often to further increase transparency. So we're doing it about every other day. And what I encourage our residents to do is look at the first drone footage that was taken on the 17th and then compare that to the drone footage that was taken on May 23rd. See for yourself. Don't let me tell you how it's been going. See for yourself, because it's been going very well.
Well, and some of that drone footage has gotten really low, and that's awesome because you can really tell a lot more about what's happened.
And that came from the resident also, because some of the shots were high up, and hey, I'd like it a little bit closer so I can really see the detail. So we've taken some low and some high, and really, tried to show our residents everything that's going on. So if you look at several of the different drone footages over an extended period, you'll really see for yourself how it's going.
I think there was another one out yesterday.
Yeah, we put one out yesterday. I did the voiceover. Only took 10 takes. Had a little trouble doing it.
Well, you got so excited. That's what it was.
Absolutely.
That's
why.
Okay, so what testing are we doing right now?
So we're doing ongoing air quality testing with CTEH. You can see their vehicles driving around all the time. They're doing 24/7 air quality testing. We're also taking regular samples out of the weir, which is where the water is caught at the toe of the stump dump. So regular testing there, and then we also do water testing in Lake Ann and Lake Brittany, because we want to make sure that if either air, smoke travels over to Brittany, or smoke goes to Lake Ann, or water goes into Lake Ann from the stump dump, we want to make sure what's going in there. We want to make sure that there's not any issues with the water that's going in there.
Okay, thank you for explaining what a weir is. Could you go over that one more time? Because a lot of people may not have a lot of people think it might be a misspelling for air or something. What is a weir?
Well, I'm not an expert on this. I actually had to look it up myself when the contractor started talking about it. But it's a spillway, so when the water fills up, then it's going to spill over. That may be a simplistic explanation. I may miss it, but that's my understanding of it. It catches enough water. So you'll notice in the daily reports that have been posted that when we have these large rain events, that they'll indicate that water has gone out of the weir, because the weir is only so large, and we've had some tremendous amount of rain lately.
Yes.
And you can only take so much.
Okay.
All right.
Makes a lot of sense to me.
Absolutely.
Okay, when watching those drone footages, I've noticed that there appears to be smoke where the fire is already out. Tell us about that.
So the contractors have been telling us about that for the last couple of days, that it's actually water vapor from decomposing organic material. I had to look that up also. So at the West Side Stump Dump, we've received a couple calls from people saying that there's a fire out there. We've sent people out. I've even gone out there. I met Chief Sims out there, Fire Chief Sims out there, and it's water vapor from decomposing organic material. So our contractor at the Trafalgar site wanted to really drive that point home. So let's say several weeks or several months from now, all the work is done and we're removing from the site. Residents may drive by and see what appears to be smoke and may be concerned that the fire has come back, when in reality it's water vapor.
Gotcha.
They even sent me, the contractor sent me a kind of a neat photo. I'm going to try and get my hands on it so we can post it to this website. It's one of the pieces of earth moving equipment, and there's actually a rainbow that comes down onto the earth moving equipment. Well, a rainbow is not going to form on smoke.
Right.
It's going to form on water droplets of water vapor. So we just wanted our residents to know, because we'd hate a couple weeks, couple months from now, residents drive by, and it's got to be the right temperature, the right atmospheric conditions. They drive by, they see the smoke. Oh my God, the fire's back. It's water vapor.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're doing thermal imaging of the entire site, to confirm what the temperature is. And that's how they're able to, when I mentioned earlier that there's that one area in the northwest corner, well, because they've done thermal imaging and they've seen that's where the problem still lies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So anything else you want to share with the residents?
Well, I want to make sure our residents continue to check our website on a regular basis. Stay informed. It really has worked out very well. The first video that we did way back, it seems like way back, on March, 6th? Oh, May 6th. On May 6th, I think there's been like 1,400 views on YouTube. And what's interesting is I'm not fielding that many questions. Member services is not fielding that many questions. I think a lot of people have watched the video. They're staying informed. They're looking at our website. So that's great. And that's what we're trying to accomplish. We're trying to put so much information on there to keep everybody informed as to what's going on. So I think that's the key, is even if the fire is declared out, there's still more work to be done. So continue to check the website.
Okay, so can you kind of just sum up what kind of progress overall, how do you feel about where we are now compared to May 6th?
I'm very relieved. We were taking a little bit of a risk. I know that I lost a lot of sleep and everything, but we were taking some risk, and we felt that it was the right decision to do. And when I say we, I'm talking about the board of directors and the management team, but we felt it was the right decision to do. And so far it has worked out great. And, we've saved the POA $10 to $15 million by going down this route. So I'm very pleased with how it's turned out. It's not over. You know, we'll assess everything and we'll have the total price tag of the job at the end. But so far it has gone just very well.
So the rainbow's coming.
I hope. I hope. I remain optimistic.
Yes. So have you sold Ark-Mo?
Yeah, we're very pleased. We had several interested parties. We received 2 formal offers. So the board of directors last week voted to accept an offer from Recasting LLC for the full appraised value of $1,475,000. So that makes, all that money will be used towards the Trafalgar Road fire, putting it out, and all the costs associated with that. So it gives us some breathing room. So I'm very pleased that we were able to sell it. The deal is a 60-day cash deal, so the money will come in at just about the right time. So I'm very pleased that we were able to get that done.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah. Well, I think perhaps we've answered a lot more questions today.
Yeah, I think so.
So Bella Vista, you need to stay in touch. Keep looking at the website, and I guess we'll talk soon.
Yeah. I want to continue to do this because I want to continue to make sure our residents are informed as to what's going on.
Thank you. Until later.